Good morning, Neil. Hi, it's Mark Owen from Mark PR, the editor of Punchline magazine. Today, I'm joined by Neill Ricketts, the CEO of Versarian. Good morning, Neil.
Good morning, Mark. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
I'm assuming you're not actually down there by the beach because a little bird told me you're actually camping.
I have just got up from camping. You're quite right. I had an early morning call at 5:30 this morning from my children. But yeah, I'm with you in the glorious Gloucestershire countryside, and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, technology, hey. Anyways, Versarian, can you tell us a little bit about Versarian, please? How long it's been going, and a short sort of history of graphene, very quickly.
Yeah, sure. So I started the company in 2011, and we've been working hard to create this kind of a company that's at the very leading edge of technology. And we now have got to the point where we listed in 2013, and we bought our first graphene company in 2014. Graphene's been around since about 2005 in terms of academia. It's always been there, but we've kind of only just started to understand how we use it. So what you're seeing now is a really rapid rollout of technology from 2014. 2017, we actually acquired a company from Cambridge University, which was involved in graphene as well. And we've been developing all of this technology in the background and getting it into applications that will make a real big difference to society.
So what actually is graphene then? What's the unique selling point of it? Why is it so important to us?
Okay, so graphene has always been there. You can actually create graphene yourself every time you write with a pencil. So it's a form of graphite, and what we do is we take the graphite that you find in a pencil and we mechanically and chemically explode that into layers which are millionths the thickness of a human hair. Now, once we take that technology and we put it into other materials, it starts to really transform those other materials. It can increase their mechanical strength, their thermal conductivity, their electrical conductivity. I don't know about you, Mark, but I was always brought up on the generation of Star Wars and Star Trek, and it's that kind of technology. It's the flexible screens, it's the everlasting batteries, it's the solar cells on your roof that enable you to break away from the grid. These are all the types of technologies that are being worked on. Everything from medical to construction, everything from automotive to aerospace, and everything in between. A truly fantastic time to be an engineer, where we have this opportunity to really pioneer this new science.
So I know that I've got some information here that you kindly sent me. So can you tell me about the launch of the new product and what you're actually doing now?
Well, we've always stepped up to the mark in terms of doing our bit for the community. We've always been very community focused. We've been through a terrible time with COVID, as you know, in the country and in the world in general. And so when COVID kind of first came around, we had two options. We could either kind of take 3 months on furlough, or we could knuckle down, do some work, and see if we could make a big difference. So this mask is one of the first of the products which has come about as that kind of thinking. It's a graphene-enhanced mask. It's a K95 mask, which means that it'll filter 95% of everything that comes to you. It's antibacterial, antiviral, and we've got some great test results. And you might ask, well, why is it taking you so long? Well, the reality is that we're not going to put a product onto the market unless it's fully tested. So it has to meet all of the European standards. This particular mask, we're working in collaboration with a Chinese company who have the capability and the capacity to be able to do this. And so we've put our heads together and come up with what we think is a groundbreaking technology. We can evidence that by the fact that we're already starting to see big orders, and the first big order came from the university, or one of the universities that we're dealing with. And so we're starting to see this technology. And the good news, Mark, is that I'm going to send you one so that you can carry on making all these great stories for the county.
That's fantastic. Thanks ever so much. And is there a particular design about the mask and the way that you wear it, or is it just the actual product itself?
It's the product itself. It's the combination of technologies. So we've put silver in there for the antiviral capability. We've got graphene in there for the antibacterial. These masks can be washed and reused, so they're great from an environmental point of view. You don't need to throw them away after a use. They provide you all of the capability and capacity that's required, and it's the first of a range of products that we're working on using this graphene and trying to roll it out as quickly as possible to meet the challenges of, that we've got in front of us.
And where does one get one? How do I get hold of one if I was Joe Public or running a business?
Well, normally we sell these through distributors and so on, but we've actually got an eBay store, which I'll give you the details of, where you can go on. The reason we've done that is so that our shareholders and supporters can get access to these masks. And also there'll be a contribution towards charity. One of our shareholders has been through a particularly difficult time, and so we're giving some of the profit back to a charity of his choice.
How much does a mask retail for?
I think the mask is £9.99 and £2 goes back to charity.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, I really look forward to receiving mine. Thanks ever so much for joining us today, Neill, and good luck and all the rest of it there in the sunny Caribbean, Forest of Dean.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Always great to talk to you. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.